heartbroken for our players. Just absolutely heartbroken for them. You know, obviously, can I see a statue, please? Thank you. I think if you'd have told us before the game, you look down and you'd see some of the lines from some of our main guys. You know, Baba's line, Jizzle's line, Day-Day's like, I think if you'd have told us before the game we were going to have those kind of numbers in a game like this, we'd have 19 turnovers, we'd get out rebounded, I think you'd say, well, dang, we're going to lose by 20. I think this group's been so resilient, and I thought the fact that we were in the position that we were in says so much about their character. So I'm extremely proud of them. We did not play our best basketball today. Again, the turnovers were certainly a factor, but we were in position to win the game, and that says a lot about this team's character. It's been a very, very rewarding team to work with, and we've been, in my opinion, since Christmas, we've been top 25 team in the country, no doubt about it. And so, you know, I get very, very proud of our guys, even though we weren't able to pull out the win.
Please remember to raise your hand. We'll get a microphone to you. Okay, let's go on here on the left side, second row.
Coach Sam Lansfield is 68. The timeout with 0.8 seconds left. Were you trying to get that sooner? Can you just kind of walk us through that last sequence?
Yeah, we put Jizzle and Moo up in a high. I didn't want to call timeout because I thought they would sub and maybe go smaller and switch. They had done that. We played them in the first game down there at UCF. So we saw Bowl was still in the game. We'd had some success in the high ball screen with him and Jizzle. We didn't get downhill off of it. You know, I thought we could touch the paint with Bowl in it. We threw it back to Boo. I was okay if he shot it. Once I saw him kind of put the dribble down, I tried to call timeout. And then I thought we executed really well in that side out play. You know, I have to watch the tape. I don't know if the lob was there or not. But Day-Day was kind of wide open for a three there.
What did you just tell the guys after this one?
Well, I think some things, you know, stay in the locker room. But the main thing I told them was that, you know, and again, I'll paraphrase a little bit, but just how much I've enjoyed these last 2 months. And, you know, that we dealt with more crap before Christmas, stuff you can't even make up. And their resiliency and how they stuck together, and it's what coaching's all about. And I just told them how much I appreciated that. They're heartbroken, you know, and so that was kind of, again, paraphrasing the message a little bit. Some things are, you know, deserve to stay in the locker room.
Go to the front, first row, on the right.
Ron Roberts with Bearcat Sports Hub. Coach, Baba got teed up, had 7 turnovers. What were those conversations like with him to try to get him to keep his composure and just keep him mentally involved in the game?
Yeah, just that. Just, you know, he's a big time player. He's one of the all-league player in the Big 12. That would just say something. Just kind of tell him to keep his composure, keep his head, and come back out and make some winning plays.
Scott Springer, Cincinnati Environment. Do you feel you got out physical, and if so, how tough was it with Bob on the bench, not able to be in the game?
I thought it was a very physical game, Scott. I thought there were moments that both teams were winning the physicality battle. I mean, we were following the rebounding board the entire game, and it kind of kept swinging back and forth. I think we were +5 there at one point late in the second half. So I wouldn't say we got out physical, but there's certainly some possessions and moments that we did, and there's some possessions and moments that we were the more physical team and better on the backboards.
Right side, third row.
PJ Green, Kansas City Star. A couple of questions. Coach, just, I mean, the first, end of the first half, not the first half, but end of the first kind of regulation, don't get that timeout in. Another chance to kind of get that timeout in the last sequence. Can you just walk us through what happened there also?
Which last sequence? The end of overtime?
Yeah, at the end of overtime.
I talked about the end of regulation.
Yeah.
At the end of overtime, we get a key stop. Who gets the rebound? And I mean, Jalen Slusty gets a wide open 3 on the right wing. What can you call with the defense set to get a better look than that? So we pushed. Obviously, I'm sitting there. I know I can call timeout under 2. We pushed. I'm waiting to see if we get a great look. If not, I was gonna call timeout again. We pitched it up. I thought he had a great look. He's one of the best three-point shooters in the Big 12. I'll take that in that situation. Again, you go against a set defense, you know, it's gonna probably be a more difficult shot. I was frustrated that we couldn't get, we were in the bonus. I was frustrated we called some stuff to get downhill, and we just weren't able to get to the foul line more at the end of regulation and overtime. That'd be something that, you know, we were talking about, frustrated with. But the shot at the end of overtime by Celestine, I believe in him. I would take that 10 times out of 10.
And for Moot, just their press was giving y'all troubles. I mean, 19 touches. I think y'all had. Just what was it like having to kind of fight through some of that defense and just kind of try to keep the momentum going?
Yeah, I think the press was really good, and I think our guys did a great job executing. Don't know what's happened, so it's just what it is. I think we could have done a better job just handling the press, but you know, don't know what's happened. Just what it is.
Let's go in the front row here on the left.
This was not the goal. Do you still hold out hope and watch Sunday? And do you have any idea what's going to happen in the next few days?
Yeah, I think, again, I don't, not in the room with the selection committee, so I don't understand all the guidelines of it. But if it's about the best teams, at this point, we're one of the best teams in the country. Like, we're an NCAA tournament team. If it's about overall resume, I'm sure that you can make some arguments that we're not. But I think we've won 7 out of our last 10 Big 12 games. Is that right? 7 out of 10? When's the last time somebody won 7 out of 10 in the Big 12 and didn't play in the NCAA tournament? Honestly. We won 7 out of 10 in this league, including 20-point lead, 20-point win on the road to Kansas. I mean, I don't know what goes on. I certainly feel that we belong. I know tonight it would have helped. But it wasn't like we got run out of the gym tonight. I mean, we have a 3 or 4 possession lead there late in the game. So, again, if it's about the best teams, I do believe we'd be in the field. But again, I don't pretend to understand what goes on. So certainly we'll hold out hope. But I realize tonight was difficult. And I think everybody in our locker room understands that.
Right side, front row.
Coach Keyshawn played 15 minutes during that first half, primarily with jizzle and foul trouble. He only played 8 minutes in the second half. What led to that decision?
Yeah, we've been closing out games with our starting 5 quite a bit, and it's been very good to us. So we chose to do that. Again, you go to the last 2 minutes, we're in a really good position there with that decision. So, but Keyshawn, he's really grown up as a player. You guys that follow us know I've said this. He's going to be one of the best point guards in college basketball. And his play tonight was really, really vital for us in the first half, and even in the second half.